Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If leg day was yesterday and now you're wondering why toilets are so damn low, you are definitely old school. If you're the only athlete at your gym that knows there's a contest today and it's to see who trains the hardest, you are old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I'm Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work and are backed by science. From my earliest bodybuilding days, I believed in only putting the best in my body, and that lives on in the Species Nutrition line of products. We use only top-of-the-line formulations dosed for maximum results and the best flavoring systems available. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
I haven't seen the sun in a week and a half. Look! It just came out! Look at that!
I love it!
Welcome back to another episode of After Hours. Let's see who's here today. We got John Romano, Gregg Valentino. Who else is with us? No one?
Nobody.
No. Well,
Ghosts.
I hate to be the wrecker of like surprise parties, but Jimmy the Bull was supposed to drive down here and surprise me in studio, believe it or not. And he told Amanda, and I know John, obviously you knew about it because he stopped at your house. You'll tell us that whole thing. And Amanda had to rain on the party because you know what? I have surgery tomorrow. I have my thyroid being removed. I just got my COVID test on Monday. I had to drive all the way to Hollywood from here, which is 2.5 hours each way to get my. I can't be exposed to anyone. Jimmy's been driving, and going to barbecues and stuff like that. And I hate to say it, Jimmy said to me, I felt like I got shot down like a World War II fighter pilot. When I told him he couldn't come. So he might come by here later and just say hi from a distance. But
Dave, is he there? Is he there now?
I know he was in West Palm, or he was in Tampa the other day when I talked to him.
Oh, shit,
he was going to come look at houses down here. I said, well, come and just say hi and wave from a distance. I just can't hang out in the same room as you,
You've been busting his balls.
He picks the one day I have to go to surgery the next day. Can I get it?
You've been busted. You're never going to hear the end.
He's got the worst timing of all time. What, John, can his timing be any better? First of all, what happened when he hung out with you? I didn't hear anything about it.
It's so much easier to talk now that the two pugilists aren't here.
Yeah, Mr. G and Lenny.
So this is classic Jimmy the Bull, okay? And this is how full of shit he is, okay? His first of all, it's Saturday night at like 1:00 in the morning,
right?
1:30. My phone rings and it's him. And he goes, where are you?
I'm in bed, right?
No, where the fuck do you think I am? He goes, I'm outside your house.
No way.
No. Oh, my God.
And I go, what the fuck you mean you're outside my house? And so I opened the front door, and there is a red Jeep with a trailer with 2 jet skis. and it's Jimmy. And I go, what the fuck are you doing? Did you steal those? and he's running. He's in the middle of the night. He's stealing, running with the 2 stolen jet skis, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, no, I'm taking them to Florida. And I said, when did you know that? He goes, it just came up. I go, Jimmy, you're full of shit. 2 days ago, you asked me for my address. You knew you were coming.
Right. He couldn't plan it, so he got there a little earlier?
Oh, so that's what it is. He says, well, I wanted to surprise you. And I go, yeah, well, of course. I would love to have been surprised. But,
8 o'clock at night, yeah.
Yeah. He goes, no, I planned on being there early, but I overslept and I left late and everything. So I go, you can't fucking call me and tell me? So I got, Valerie's asleep. I got the dogs are going to go crazy when he pulls up, and I'm like, you could have stayed in the guest room. Just let me know ahead of time, you know? And he goes, no, I get the hotel because, I got to fart and shit. And I it's only $80 right up the street. So he's going to leave. So he leaves. He spends 10 minutes with me outside, 15 minutes. We're talking outside in the driveway. He gives me his straps. He shows me how to use them, right? And I'm thinking, why the fuck didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
I'm still pissed off at him. So he leaves.
Right.
So I said, call me in the morning. So now Sunday morning. Now I got this thing I got to do, and so I had to wake up early anyway and everything. So I'll make a long story short. I wake up at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and I look at my phone and I got 10 messages from him. Call me, brother. I'm stuck. You're not gonna fucking believe this. So what happens is he wakes up in the hotel to leave, and he's got a flat tire.
Oh no! another vehicle with bad tires and brakes on it.
From the same guy.
Oh,
it's the same boss.
It's the red Jeep. It's the red Jeep, Dave.
The red Jeep.
Oh
right?
my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his kids. It's a piece of shit. So, and the other 3 tires are bad too. So I'm like, Jimmy's pulling a jet, and the jet skis almost fell off. He told me about that story, of course. And that had to happen. So I said, I even said, so when did the jet skis almost fall off? Because I know they had.
Yeah, of course.
With you. So can you believe this fucking look? I got the jet, the flap was flying. I got the guy in the truck was beeping a horn. The strap was off the jet ski. It was bouncing around.
He probably drove on a flat tire for 100 miles.
Yeah, he did.
Too.
So he wakes up in the hotel, right, and the tire's flat, and so he's got to find a place to get it fixed, which is very close by. So instead of calling me, but he's texting me. But instead of calling me, he drives on the rim all the way.
No!
I got a picture of the tire. I'm going to send it to Tyler. He's got to put up. The tire's annihilated. The whole sidewall is, looks like Swiss cheese for him, riding on it. He gets pulled over by a cop 100 yards from the entrance to the Firestone place. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you can't ride. You can't drive on that. And Jimmy goes, I'm going right there, Firestone. Let them go. So I go, I pick him up. He comes over. Valerie makes him some eggs, and it was, why the fuck did Max was rushing over. He wanted to see him,
right?
And they call the tires ready, and he's got to go. He's got to go because he's got to hurry up and get there because he's going to some fucking giant barbecue party in
which
Tampa.
he told us he wasn't seeing anyone outside of his immediate circle between you.
Right.
So that's why I was almost okay. Amanda was okay originally with him coming, and then we find out he's going to barbecues and stuff like that, which is how he got COVID to begin with.
Right. But my point, besides him being full of shit on that account, and I'll tell him this to his face too, because he's my brother, and he's full of shit on the other account because he knew he was coming because he asked me for my fucking address 3 days before. And all he had to do was say, hey, I'm coming. I could have made the stay so we could have spent the day. I wouldn't have scheduled anything.
Amanda said he wanted to surprise you, but the problem was he asked you for your address. He should have asked me for your address or someone else for your address.
No, he asked me, but I could have borrowed another motorcycle from somebody. We all could have gone for a ride, and we could have had a nice time.
Right.
And
he's gonna say? He's gonna say you threw him under the bus. I came there to see John.
Well, John threw him under the bus, and I shot him down like a fighter pilot from World War II.
That's what he's gonna say. He's gonna twist it.
He knows. He knows I'm pissed about this. So I'm so mad at him.
He's gonna fucking throw you under the bus.
He could have scheduled this for next week, after my surgery was over. He knew I was getting surgery this week too.
No, he said it just came up that the guy said, "Hey, can you do? I'll pay you $1,500 to drive to Florida," and $1,500 to drive the jet skis and the Jeep to Florida, plus Jimmy's airfare back, plus all his meals. You could have sent that on a truck for $1,500.
Yeah, I think he probably just wanted to give Jimmy the a little vacation.
He's leaving it. He's leaving everything in Florida. He's flying back.
But how's he gonna? What about his Jeep though?
It's not his. It's the kid. It's the boss's kids.
Oh, I thought it was his Jeep, the new Jeep.
No. Jimmy's Jeep is nice.
You know he's gonna twist. He's gonna say, "Came to your house, you threw him out. You didn't want to let him."
You're right. It probably would have been better off to
Wait,
trail.
so he never made it. He told me he told me to keep quiet. He was gonna knock on your door at 12:45. He's gonna knock on Dave's door at 12:45.
Yeah, well, the problem was that he told Amanda, and so Amanda knew, and Tyler knew, and they were going to set up everything. And then she realized he's going to barbecues, and like, he can give me COVID the day before I go for cancer surgery. He can't do that. I can't be exposed to that.
Plus your kids.
How come Amanda gets noticed and I don't? That's what I want to know.
Because Amanda asked the right questions. That's why.
He wanted to keep it a surprise.
He picked. It took him 4 years to get down here, and he picked the worst weekend.
I told you he'd do it though. He came. He went. He came.
He wanted to beat you and Valentino down here first, or before you.
We're not there. We're up here.
No, he heard that you guys might move, so he wanted to get down here before you guys.
Well, he's gonna be down. He's not even in your neck of the neighborhood. He's down in South Florida right now. Fucking. You're gonna hear stories about, I got this chick, she blew me, I fucking farted, shit my pants, I throw her out of the hotel.
He's probably back in New York already, knowing him.
No, next week.
No. Oh, he's got a week, right? He's down here a week.
No, it's spring break. That's why. Right now it's spring break.
Oh, it is? I was wondering.
Yeah, they're all crazy. Yeah, they're going nuts down there.
They've had a spring break the whole year. I mean, what, did they even have school?
I don't know.
You're right.
It's actually better. It's all my nephew goes. It's online. It's better, so the stupid teachers can't dictate politics.
Fuck those teachers. They're getting so much fucking money. It's not funny.
And they're not even fucking working.
They get paid.
All I know is it took Jimmy 4.5 years to get down to Florida. You think at that point you don't need to surprise me. You call me up and you make sure that we can actually get together. You know what I mean? Because it probably will never happen for another 5 years now.
Come on. He shows up at 2:00 in the morning at my door. I mean, come on. You know.
That's great.
But the thing is, Georgie, he knew because you weren't on. He asked me for my address 3 days before. So he knew he was coming.
Well, the difference was, John, that you actually could have spent some time with him, too, because, you know, it's not like you have kids, young kids.
Not at 2 in the morning.
You definitely could have spent time.
Not at 2 in the morning, he ain't doing that. Dude, I don't like surprises either. If somebody's coming over my house, you know, I could be fucking taking a nap, screwing my girl, whatever. Last thing I need is fucking somebody fucking, like, you know, banging on the door. I don't even like my kids surprising.
Yeah, but you got to understand, I'm upset because I love the guy. I wanted to hang out with him. I haven't seen him in person.
I wanted to see him, too. I felt terrible telling him he couldn't come. I felt like
I got to see him at 2:00 in the morning in front of my driveway. I got the neighbors looking out.
At least you got breakfast with him. I can't see him at all.
At least,
unless he comes by and just says hello.
Look, I love the guy too, but I would want. Listen, I love Jimmy, but I would want his note. You know, I want to know that he's coming. I don't like surprises either. You know that.
I told him he can do the show from the driveway. He can sit in the driveway on his phone and do it.
I appreciate him wanting to surprise me, and I totally appreciate that. But once his plans fell apart, you know, he should have backed off the surprise and said, "Hey, man, I'm on my way down. I'm going to be here late." I would have said, "Don't worry, I'll set I'll make sure the guest room's ready for you because you got to change the sheets and all that."
Well, he was going to stay in a hotel anyway. He said.
Yeah, and then he gives me the whole line about the hotel, but that whole side of the house is like a hotel. You can't. It's his own wing, you know.
Yeah, he originally told Amanda he was supposed to stay with you.
He could have. All he had to do was say something.
I don't know.
Wait,
it's
so
weird.
He actually something happened to him on the way because
maybe he met a girl or something like that.
He got a flat tire. What happened?
You know, with all the mechanical problems Jimmy has with his vehicles, I'm starting to think maybe it's him. Maybe he's doing something to these vehicles.
What it is?
He's cursed.
It's vehicles and teeth. He's either got a flat tire, the tire's falling off, the tire's running down a runway, getting ready to hit a fucking airplane, you know, at the airport, or he's getting another tooth pulled. One of the two.
Maybe he drives his vehicles a little aggressively. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I should have let him drive. Yeah. That would have been fun.
He was probably on the parkway with some Asians driving next to him. You know, he hates that.
You know, I was on the phone with him once, and I pulled out of he had me so, you know, in another world that I pulled out of the gas station. I forgot that the thing was in my gas tank. And you know, when you're pumping the gas in Florida, you can actually click the automatic handle, so it pumps it. So I pulled away with it still attached, and it pulled it out of the thing. And so I'm like, oh, Jimmy, you're not going to believe what I did. I can't believe it. They're going to kill me. He's like, nah, I do it all the time. He goes, it is an automatic release on these things now because people do it. He goes, I've done it at least 10, 15 times. I didn't feel so bad after that.
I've never done it once in my life.
Me neither. I've done a lot of other fucked up things, though.
Wait, so hey Dave, let me just quit. You're gonna get tested. You have to get tested for. Are they gonna test you if you have a virus first?
I did. I had to drive to Hollywood from Cape Coral, which is 150 miles, on Monday to get my COVID test done, which I did. I'm negative, so.
So now you just go. They're not gonna do it.
They're assuming that I'm not hanging out with someone who's driving from New York and going to barbecues, you know, the day before the surgery. Yeah. So.
How was the drive? Did you speed?
You know, it's great. The great thing about Florida versus New York is that the speed limit is like 70 miles an hour. So you don't really have to, you know, if you go 78, you're still kind of in that 10 mile per range. So you don't really need to speed, you know, whereas in New York, everything's 55. So you're speeding as soon as you hit the accelerator on your car in New York.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So.
It's 55 in New York again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 55. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who goes 55 when you're driving 150 miles? Come on.
On the New York State Thruway, it's 55?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get caught, going over that, boy. Them troopers don't want to fucking...
And it's easy to go over 55, believe me, you know.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you drive with Billy Guns. Remember Billy Guns?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to kill him. My son, my 8-year-old son was in the car. He was driving like 95, like this close behind the cars. I'm like, listen.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, I was flip.
You were going nuts. I completely blocked that out.
He drives like we're in Daytona.
No, he was driving on the shoulder of the road.
He drives he's like this close behind the car. It's crazy.
What happened to him? Where is he? What's he doing these days? Is he alive?
Yeah, he actually, I've contacted me like about a couple months ago, so he's doing all right.
Oh, he got mad. I think he got mad.
How about Nick the Stick and Diego?
You know, Nick the Stick just reached out to me, actually. He's in Florida, too.
No shit.
He wanted to see Jimmy, actually. I think he's in Tampa, the Clearwood area.
How far are you from Fort Myers?
Tyler wants to know why he's called Nick the Stick. He was a kid. He was a very fat kid. I started working with him on his diet, and I got him in good shape, and he lost all the weight, and you know he was trying to get big, and so I called him Nick the Stick just because I thought it sounded good. And he was like, "Oh, are you trying to say I'm skinny?" I said, "No. When a guy is big, they call him like a small name. It's like the opposite." And so it just stuck because I kept calling him because he was doing tagging pictures for us, and then he went. Remember, he became like this club promoter all of a sudden. Like he was promoting like parties and as Nick the Stick. That was like his shtick, you know.
Tyler, what you don't understand, that's a guinea thing here in New York.
Yeah.
If somebody's got a big nose, you call him, you know, Joey Nose. If a fucking fat guys, you call him Tiny.
Yeah.
Yo, look at Tiny over there. He's fucking eating another meatball. Nick the Stick is usually when a guy's a skinny. It's a guinea thing. They all have those names.
Like
you're around wise guys.
Like
Nobody
Charlie
calls
Arms.
anybody-
Right.
Yeah, Charlie Arms.
He just called me, by the way, today to wish me a good luck with my surgery. So.
That was nice.
Yeah,
How old is he
Charlie's
now?
very thoughtful like that in that way.
How old is he, Dave?
He's in his 70s. He's got to be 75, I would think, at this point.
No, isn't he older than that?
Nah, I think he's like 75 because he's like the same age as Jim Mannion. He's around the same age.
Okay. I remember him, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Give me those weights. I'd be working out in fucking the gym. I was 15 years old, and he'd say to me, get off there. Come on, let's go. I need that machine. Come on, let's go. Give me them dumbbells. What do you do? Put the dumbbells down. Put the dumbbells down. Come on. There's other dumbbells in there. Give me those fucking dumbbells. And I'd be like, okay.
Didn't he kickstart a Harley with his hand?
He used to always do it. Yeah, that's how he got the nickname.
Charlie Arms, yeah.
Now,
Well, get the nickname. He had like 23-inch arms back in like 1972.
and he was all natural back then. He never took drugs until he was in his 60s. So he just was a naturally big guy. All right, I gotta get to this because someone sent me this link to this. I wish Lenny was on the show at this point. Lenny was in South Beach, Big Lenny, and on the beach, with these two African American women, and he's walking around South Beach, with no shirt on. You got this footage is classic. Tyler's going to pull it up. You got to watch this. It's so funny that I was embarrassed watching the footage. It really is. I got to give it to him. He's actually a comedian, because I'll tell you why. He can do everything with a straight face. I don't know. I would have been laughing my ass off if I was with him. I don't know how he kept a straight face and did all this stuff that he did.
Where's our? When? How old is this? When was?
They just put it up. I don't know when he actually shot it, but
Is he trying to pick up girls?
Yeah, well, yeah. He wants to. His whole thing is he wants to do a what does he call it? He'll say it on the thing. There's something called where you lick a girl's underarm, sweaty underarm.
Oh.
It's like
He's gonna do that?
You watch this video, guys. It's classic.
It's spring break right now. So
it's spring break. That's what he must have gone down.
All right, Maniacs. This is me and Rob's first and last time down to Cookie Cutter Central. Unless a maniac wants to come see us and make a visit. We're in the infamous South Beach in Miami.
Can you hear this, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plenty of gals, as you can see.
If there was only as many parking spaces as gals, it wouldn't be that bad down here.
He's sniffing
the
the air
parking
like a bloodhound, like sniffing.
All right.
Like
We're going to give you an honest assessment of this beach, and hopefully get out of my system, because serious training starts tomorrow for big Lenny fight Mr. G. And we want Rob Zilla on the undercard. Rob, as you want to mention that insignificant piece of trash?
Yeah, all I need to know about him is where I can send the invoice for the promotion. For all that promotion we've been given, I just want to know where I can send that invoice. That's all. All right, let's head down there.
Look at him sniffing.
There's so many pretty girls right here. I don't know if I want to get down.
He's getting nervous.
Well, what are you going to do? Check it out, maniacs. Give me.
I did.
I love that he's walking around with no shirt on. Like, how like the guys...
I got my posing
like the Fabio
trunks
guys
underneath.
walking around?
And again, I'm in not serious shape, but I'm willing to put it out there. Are you ready, Rob? Should I unveil it now?
I love it. He looks like Uncle Buck out there.
Here we go. Wow. Get a film.
It's like Butterbean.
You might have to go. You might have to skip ahead.
Every lot of weed. I smell a lot of weed. I smell a
you
lot
can
of.
skip ahead to the beach scene.
That's funny though.
He's got a Speedo!
Everything.
No.
Freaking Speedo!
Hurricane, right?
Is it a thong?
Oh my God!
I'm glad you got this fun. I'm sure having fun.
Oh my God!
Perfect.
Wait, you got to find the part where he actually licks the girl's underarm.
Yeah.
What was the Instagrams again?
I'm Chica. Amore.
You might have to go back a little bit, yeah. Before he's doing the pictures, because they don't know who he is. He comes up upon them, and he's got to convince them to allow him to do this
That
stuff.
was delicious.
Well, you got to go back. You just missed it. You just missed it. Hold
Hi,
on.
Mr. G.
Where's
You ready?
she's so fine.
You think he's going down on him between her legs the way he's doing.
Leonard, how would you describe
That's white privilege right
I don't know,
there.
but I gotta cover
Oh
up.
my God! I can't.
Lenny looks like he's like high, like he just took a shot of like heroin.
I think he made that girl come.
Delicious.
He's got a boner.
He said he has a boner. Listen, keep playing it.
You said it was delicious. You think that is funny? You think that is so funny?
If you're lucky to get a girl like this and do that, you got amazing. And I
All
want
right, we're out of here.
Look, she's gonna spread sand on it.
You made my day. Holy shit. You are seriously delicious.
I've heard.
Look at Lenny putting his game on.
Man, that was good.
You got to have a pair of balls to do that. I got to hand it to him. He really has no filter or no shame. Yeah.
Now, how do I go about unseeing it?
I don't know.
See, the
That's why
difference is that
forever.
Lenny's licking girls' underarms. Mr. G's in the water training, for the
But
fight.
he was licking it like he was eating pussy. I mean, he was like,
That's the whole idea. He's turned on by that.
He said he did. If you listen,
I'd run a mile from those three. Fuck that.
he said he had wood. He said he had wood. If you listen
but
to
those
the
girls,
really?
but those girls had probably vaginas with the way.
yeah,
they look.
at least they were females. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not his. I mean, doesn't he prefer?
He doesn't discriminate. Yeah, I think he kind of tells
but
me he
if
prefers
he
the
does
10-10-10, but he will go with the
What's that 10-10-10 shit? I'm
a
stupid. I don't know what
it's
that means.
10, which means like a black girl. 10, which is like a 10 in his mind, and then 10 inches. So like 10-inch penis.
Is that what that means?
Yes, yeah. That's
Are
his.
you fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard rappers go 10-10-10-10 and like that.
For him, it's a 10-10-10. Or
10-10-10. He explained it on the
Yeah.
show.
Wait,
Yeah.
but wait a minute. 10-10-10 or 10-10-10?
tan. So like they're dark. He likes like the island girls.
If he does stuff like that, it's funny. Stuff like that, you should keep it like that. I mean,
He
don't
should.
go-
He's very funny.
No, Dave, because if you go like the other stuff he did, those videos, whatever,
Yeah.
it's not good. It doesn't look because if anybody ever wants to work with the guy, like actually promote a company, the first thing they do is look and they see those porn stuff. They're gonna be like, forget it.
If I own a comedy channel, I'm like, I gotta sign this guy to a contract because he'll do anything. You could send him anywhere. He has there's no shame. Like I like to do fun stuff in public, but I could never even approach anyone like that because it's like so nuts.
You turn him loose with a microphone,
Right?
Some pool party. What kind of fucking footage you'll get back from like.
You know what the crazy thing is, though? He likes that, though. He's not playing around. He really enjoys that. I guarantee you. Like when they walked away, he was legitimately like, when you put that Jennifer Boyne chick on, I heard him go, oh, almost like he just like, oh my God,
It's like a fantasy job. It's like we're sending him to a strip club or something like
Hey,
that.
listen,
Yeah.
if that's what I'm a firm believer. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
Yeah,
don't
me
give a
too.
shit.
I don't
He's-
care.
No,
it,
but
it doesn't hurt nobody.
Greg, I think that they wanted him and that guy. I saw that guy. They want to get regular girls, but they don't know how to go about it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't know.
that-
I think he likes.
You know what?
transgender-
People are so obsessed with social media today that they'll do stuff. They'll let Big Lenny do stunts on them because they think they're going to get a million hits on their Instagram if they do that, which they will. And whereas normally they probably would have had him arrested as like a freaking pedophile.
How you making money, Dave? How you making money? I mean, how you making a living?
Well,
You gotta-
Lenny
I'm not
could be
sure, but I think
getting
he makes
monetization from his YouTube channel from that.
that's not long. It's not longevity.
How much do they give you?
Well, it depends on how many hits you get. It's like a couple
Dude,
cents a click, but it adds
listen.
up if you get if you get a million hits on a video, you can make a few you can make a decent amount of money on that. And if you do it on a regular basis,
$30. Isn't it $30 for every 10,000?
it might be that. I mean, it could be. I'm not sure.
Hey, that's no. What's that?
You have
what's
to
that?
do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Babe, it's one hit wonders. I mean, how are you gonna?
My friend has a
Dave.
daughter that's like on YouTube, and she's 11 years old, and her and her friend prance around in high heels and comb their hair, and the sick fucking old men.
Jesus,
and
11
they
years
get-
old.
They get millions of views.
Wow.
Millions.
How old are they?
They're 10, 11 years old. You can go right now. There's a Russian girl. I don't remember her name.
I'm not.
She sits in her bedroom, and my friend's daughter does the same thing. And he was showing me. He's like, look at this shit. Do you believe it? He tells his friend, you're crazy. It started out that she used to do like gymnastics or some shit like that.
Right.
And then she came home, and he would take the own fathers. The father would actually takes these videos, and they wear sexy clothes, high
He's your
heels.
friend?
yeah, that's weird. That's a
10
little
years
weird.
old, 11 years old.
I would never let my kids do that. I like that I see some of the my kids watch these like skits. Like the parents will do skits where they'll do dress up as superheroes. And my son watches this one werewolf channel. They call themselves the Hall family, but it's done as like a family thing, and it's really good because they're kind of like making their own little mini movies, and those things get like hundreds of thousands of hits. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's kind of like a little on the borderline of fetishy.
I don't understand how YouTube allows that. To be honest with you, it's a fucking sick thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a little weird. Yeah, that's
you're inviting stuff into you. If you do that with your kid,
I agree.
They can have someone come into your kid. No.
They get like 25 million views, and then
you
they
can have someone
little,
stalking your kid.
Then they have little like GoFundMe and whatever those money to Patreon bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And people fucking donate. And these girls who live in poor places now they're making scotto. You know, my friends, his daughter's rich. They're already rich, but you know they know. He was telling me all these other people's Russian kid or some, you know, she's fucking poor, and then they, you know, now they're making like millions of dollars, American dollars.
Yeah, I believe it.
I know that Rich Piana used to bring in like $15,000 a month or right on.
I would think so. He probably more than that. You know, not to change the subject, but you know, John, what we should do is we should before the Mr. G versus the Big Lenny fight. We should get them both on like South Beach out there, and Mr. G can set up his own concession, and Lenny can have his own little concession. we could see who has a bigger crowd around.
Well, you know, they could sell slaps. You know, that would be fun. You know,
no, like Mr. G can dress up.
I want to know, but since you brought it up, Mr. G, you're supposed to be in training. You said you weren't even going to do the show anymore. Now, like. So you got to give us an update. How's the training going? How's the diet? How do you feel? Which dojo are you going to this week?
I can't tell. I'm training with a couple of UFC people, so I don't want to say who it is, but
Lenny starts training on Monday, right? Isn't that what he said in the video?
Lenny starts Monday.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: you can't in New York and New Jersey because of the Chinese virus. You can't. There's no fight. None of the guys can get fights. So a lot of the guys are going down to Florida and Pennsylvania to fight.
Well, that's where you'll have to fight. We'll get you down here in Florida.
Well, I'm saying you can't. I mean, it's a fight that's sanctioned. You know.
Guy, I hate to tell it, no one's going to sanction your fight because he'll.
No, we're not. Of course, we're not. No,
a 60-year-old and a guy who's 340 pounds sanctioning the fight.
Well, I'm fighting guys. All the guys I fight right now are in their 20s.
Yeah, of course.
I fight guys three times, you know, younger than me.
Dave, I disagree. I think with this fight could be sanctioned if it's for a good enough cause. and the Big Lenny's got the following. I'm telling you. But we got to make this. Fuck sanctioning. We just got to come down to Florida, set it up in outside of a gym somewhere. We got to do it just like a bros versus pros.
Yeah, like an outside in the parking lot ring.
Oh, you're gonna get Dave. You're gonna get a cage. I got the company.
No, we're not gonna do a cage. We're gonna do a dumpster. Yeah.
You can't see it. There's not enough. We need to be able to view this thing, John, properly.
No, and a shipping container, like a box, a big box, right? And you put them in there, you shut the door, it's all metal.
No, it's like the ring. It's like the wrestling. Whoever can climb out and get out first wins.
Yeah, because they don't have a top. It's a big dumpster, you know? It's like 6 feet deep. But you want to shut the steel door, and they're in the dumpster, and then we'll get on a ladder and film.
And like in Beyond Thunderdome, with what was it called? Mel Gibson with the Mad Max. Everyone will be sitting on the top of the dumpster watching.
Well, no, yeah, that brings me to my next point. Depending on which construction site we steal it from, there might be there's some stuff in it. So there might be some, pieces of 2x4s, some angle iron, some pipes, an old toilet, So when they get to use whatever's in the dumpster.
That might work to Lenny's advantage, though, John.
It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. So you just throw them in there, shut the door, and whoever climbs out wins. I
fought a 350-pound guy yesterday. So.
I was going to say, are you training with people who actually are like Lenny, so you can get used to that?
I'm training with professional fighters. I mean, I'm training.
You got to fight with a guy who's the same size as Lenny, so you know how to handle him.
It doesn't matter. Look, somebody with skill, a 115-pound guy with skill would wipe you.
But it's a different strategy.
Pound bodybuilder guy up to pieces.
It's a different strategy, though.
Guys fight with me.
But see, Georgie, with the dumpster fight, my way is you get to make money on that. Now you've invented, like a new kind of training,
new sport.
Yeah, but you can't do it. But
No,
let me tell you something.
no,
I
you
didn't even want to
can't.
see
It
them
doesn't-
fight. But
no, it
let me
doesn't
tell
have
you
a
something.
top. Greg, it doesn't have a top. The top's open.
No, I know, but
dumpster.
you're saying put bleach on. I don't even want to see these guys fight. I don't want to see them get hurt.
That's why you got
George is not taking this lightly. He's gonna hurt somebody. But
Doesn't
listen to
look
me.
looks like Big Lenny's taking it seriously. I mean, he's in Miami going to training camp. It's a day and a half in.
No, but seriously, look, Lenny was a former football player. He is an athlete. He is a strong guy. So I would think that if Mr. G's going to train for the fight, he should train against guys that are big, like Lenny's size, because the strategy.
And I used to be good looking and fucking really athletic. So
No, but what I'm saying, Greg, is you don't train against another 120-pound guy when you're fighting a 280-pound guy.
No, I know, but what George is saying is right though, because I have wars with guys on Joe Pietaro's channel, because I tell people a guy like Nate Diaz with a concave chest that weighs 155 and fights would take a big rammy and literally rape him.
I had a guy that size almost break my arm yesterday. I got so.
These guys don't realize there's girls who would knock out.
He was so quick.
Right, but he's not fighting a girl and he's not fighting Nate Diaz. He's fighting Big Lenny. So you have to train to fight Big Lenny.
Oh,
but I'm not talking about Big Lenny.
Dave doesn't understand.
I like Big Lenny. I don't dislike Big Lenny. I don't. You know what I mean? I like Big Lenny. George is my boy. But what I'm trying to say is that what George is trying to say is it doesn't matter how big you are. There are girls who can take the average 6'4", 300-pound bodybuilder and knock the fucking shit out of them.
Right.
There are girls who can do that.
Your daughter probably could beat both of these guys.
My daughter has done it.
Yeah.
My daughter's done it. She fights guys in the dojo. Her only loss was to a big black dude.
Maybe your daughter should fight the rematch. I mean, we should fight the winner of Mr. G,
right.
Big Lenny.
It should be, Dave, it should be a whole event. It should be like bros versus pros.
Yeah, maybe your daughter could be the undercard of the Mr. G Lenny fight.
She could open.
We got to find someone to fight her though. Who would fight? Who would fight? Maybe what's her name? Jacqueline Boyne could fight Greg's daughter.
Jacqueline who?
Jacqueline Boyne.
Who's that?
The 10.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maybe Jacqueline Boyne could be the undercard against Greg's daughter, and then Mr. G could fight Big Lenny for the finale.
Get her daughter a real fight. She'll fight someone real down in Florida.
I think Jacqueline Boyne would be better.
You know what? That's how you do it. You switch it around. You have the daughter do the legit fight. That's how you get it.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Then the whole event.
On their own.
John, the whole event.
Well, you guys are just are an
the
exhibition fight. You're really not a real fight.
Wait, how about this? How about my? Because even though I think she's really cute and everything like that, but my daughter against Lee Priest's daughter, even though she's fit.
That would be great.
I was just going to say.
Your daughter would eat Lee's daughter up for lunch.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I like.
I don't want to see her get hurt. I like her.
By the way, he didn't do anything wrong.
I thought she fights too. Doesn't she fight? I thought she did.
No, I think she's a bikini competitor.
That would be like my daughter's a bull. You don't even want to go there. Trust me.
No.
I think Jacqueline Boyne would be a good fight for your daughter. I think
Trust me.
Transgender,
Your daughter fights against guys because when she goes to the places, there's not a lot of girls who fight.
And
so what happens is she winds up having to fight against guys half the time.
Right.
There's no other girl.
My daughter used to fight bare knuckle before she fought jiu-jitsu. She used to fight in a ring bare knuckle, and she never lost. She had this black chick. Everybody jumped in a ring in New York City. She fought her. The black chick bit her like Mike Tyson because my daughter was just cracking the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And the black chick was big. She had dreadlocks. So once
fellas.
Oh shit.
It's Forrest Gump.
My daughter took her to the ground with her dreadlocks, and my daughter headbutted her so many times, broke her nose, broke the girl's nose.
Hold on. Where are you, Jimmy?
Oh, I got to show you where I am.
Are you on my property?
You sound like you're in heaven.
I don't really know where I am, but it's Georgie.
Hey,
I don't know where.
They don't look like palm trees, though.
But I'm going to show you where I am. I have no idea where I am.
Turn your phone.
Take a look.
It looks like my.
Oh,
No, that's not my property.
Dave's backyard.
That's not my backyard.
That's beautiful.
Look at that, man.
Where are you in Tampa?
Oh, hold on. Look at this. Clearwater. Look at this.
Oh, I thought so.
Look at that.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Look at that. That is unbelievable.
Are you at a
I feel like
barbecue?
swimming. I want to swim across the water to that bridge.
Now,
over
do you
there.
really want to go back to
That's
New
where I
York,
wanna go.
Jimmy, now after you've been down here?
Wow, look at that. I never seen
I don't
anything like
think
that
you
in my
guys
life. You kidding me? All I see is like fucking broken down buildings and fucking bodegas and fucking, beat up pizzerias. Oh, man. This is nice, Shelby. I'm heading my way down by you, Dave, so.
All right. Do you really want to go back to New York after you've been down here in Florida, having a good time?
No, I really don't, man. Not after really. I was up in Spring Hill. I really didn't like it up there. I had to go visit a friend up there, but I'll be honest with you. As I started coming down towards Clearwater and Safety Harbor, I mean, you heard of that place, right? It was just gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean,
Where
right
are you now? How far away?
This area here, I'm in Clearwater, so I don't know. From Dave's house, probably an hour, maybe.
An hour and a half, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, look at this house over here. I got to show you. Hold on, I'm getting hit with all kinds of bugs, man. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Hold on.
Any more flat tires?
Look at this house over here. No, did you hear that story with John? Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that house. Look at that house, man. That is unbelievable right there, man. That's my house. That's the house I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
After I hit the Mega Millions, I'm moving in over there.
Did you call my real estate agent, Gwen?
No, I didn't do anything yet. I wanna make my way down towards near you over there. I want to check out the whole area.
Call her up and set up a day you can meet with her and go see some stuff.
Yeah. Look at that.
Tell her your price range.
That is so nice, man. Look at people enjoy themselves.
You know what, John? He's showing off all this stuff and how nice it is, the beach and everything like that. And he'll still go back to New York.
Yeah, well, Jim, you had to like.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Right? You guys been breaking my balls to come down here, and now that I'm here, you tell me I'm gonna go back.
I'm trying because I'm trying to do reverse psychology on you, Jimmy, so that you say fuck him, I'm moving down there.
Well, originally, I wanted to come down here and see you off for the surgery. I was going to surprise you, all that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make everybody eat their words. I'm going to get in this car and I'm coming down to Florida without telling anybody. But I ended up at John's house at 2:00 in the morning.
We heard the story.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable, man.
Wait, I forgot to tell
Thank God there was a Firestone right down the street, right, John?
Wait, hold on. I forgot the most important part of the whole story. I forgot. Jimmy is driving on 95, okay? The road. Where I live is over an hour. It's like an hour and a half away. It's 100 miles from.
So he went out of the way?
So not only does he not call me and not tell me and show up at 2:00 in the morning for 10 minutes, but he drove 200 fucking miles out of the way to do it.
Hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm from New York. Everything's around the corner.
Why didn't you go? Hold on. Why didn't you GPS his house from New York?
No, what I did was I was on 95 and I said, you know what? I'm passing by John's. I saw it on the GPS, but it's a small little map, I said, let me just detour off 95. So I'm driving. I'm like, holy shit. I'm looking at the thing on the GPS is saying 100 something fucking miles. I'm like, where the fuck does he live, man? You know what I mean? But I said, I got to go now. I'm already en route.
You should have bullshitted him.
When you called up and asked me for my address 3 days before, you could have told me the truth.
No, you should have bullshitted him, Jimmy. Instead of going over there, you should have said I was there at 2 a.m. I knocked on your door, nobody answered.
No, actually, I texted you, John, when I was on my way. I said, give me your address. I want to put in my address book. I was bullshit because I knew I wasn't far away. But I didn't know I was that far away. But anyway.
All right, hold on. While I got Jimmy on here, I want to bring up the final topic of today because I can't do the show for too long because I have surgery tomorrow. I got a lot of things I got to do. So I was talking to a client of mine on the phone, and we were talking about, do you guys know what PRP is? Platelet-rich plasma treatment. They take your blood, they spin it down, they take the platelets out, and then they inject it. If you have injuries, like tendon injuries or muscle injuries, they use it in a lot of athletes.
The original blood doping.
Doping.
Yeah, but it's not really blood. They're not really putting red blood cells in it. They're putting it's platelets. The platelets contain all the growth factors that seem to activate stem cells wherever you happen to inject them, and it will help with healing of injuries. Well, evidently, now they've been doing, using it for other avenues, like they inject it into your scalp, supposedly for hair growth. I don't know if it works or not. But this client of mine had it done on his penis. It's called P shots.
Jesus.
They they spin your blood, then they inject the PRP into your head of your penis, and it supposedly makes it grow in width, length, and diameter.
Oh.
That's pretty extreme.
I got to do that.
He said it worked. The guy said he got an inch and a half.
I got.
No.
I have turtle dick. You ever hear of that syndrome, Dave? That's what I have.
I never heard of that term ever. No.
When you go in the
Oh,
water.
you never did?
When you
That's
go
when,
surfing in the water.
that's when the head of your penis hides back in your skin. They call that turtle dick. I got that all the time.
Oh, turtle dick. I thought you said hurdle dick or something.
Wait a minute, Dave.
Yeah, I thought you
Is
said
it
your dick was
permanent,
curdled. Yeah.
Is it permanent or no?
It's permanent, supposedly. Now, I was reading this website in Broward County. They do it, and supposedly that they want you to use like a penis pump after you get it done to, like, I guess that must stimulate like damage that the PRP will then, cause the stem cells to wake up and produce more tissue, and it extends the length of it. I don't know. This guy said and this this guy is an African American too, so he probably had a big penis to begin with, and he said he had it done.
Maybe he didn't.
What?
Maybe he didn't, and he feels
Maybe he didn't. He got an inch and a half. He
He
said. He said he got an inch and a half, and yeah. So anyone out there who's interested, who has some penis length issues, you might want to try it. He said it worked.
I don't know, but
Would you let them inject
I would
anything,
do
Greg,
anything
into your
to my
penis?
I don't mean to sound like Joe Biden, but what's the science behind that shit? How the fuck does it?
PRP activates stem cells to produce new tissue in the area where it's at. So if you, I guess, do the penis pump and stretch that tissue out and damage it, and then the PRP is activating the stem cells in that area, it'll grow just like your muscle would grow. I guess theoretically.
Erectile tissue damage. Erectile tissue damage.
P shots.
Don't you remember Bobbitt?
That's the
Remember
good.
the guy got his dick killed up by his girlfriend Bobbitt? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Lorena Bobbitt, yeah.
Supposedly it worked. He became like a porn star
it.
after that.
She threw it outside the car. They found it.
Yeah.
He became a porn star after that.
They sewed it back on, and he became a porn star.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, but still, who the fuck though? How do you fucking inject a penis and it could actually grow just because stem cells? If that's the case, couldn't you do that with a bicep or a fucking?
No, they do it with cartilage in your knee. They
Yeah.
inject stem cells, and the cartilage grows back.
But why couldn't bodybuilders just stand there? Now they fucking reach like fucking 500 pounds, just get all hit every body part.
I wonder if it would work in like you train a muscle and then you inject the PRP in there, because a lot of people are doing it at home now, because you could buy these centrifuges and spin down your own blood and do it.
So they sell a penis enlargement kit like that with you got to do it.
Well,
Wait,
these guys go to the
home?
doctor to do it. They get the shot.
I ain't sticking no needle in my dick.
Oh no!
Most people, John, are not smart enough to spin their own blood down and inject it in, or won't be able to even, plus you don't want to get an infection in the head of your penis, so you're better off doing it in a doctor's office. But they actually, you can Google it, P shots, they do it. I can't believe it. It's
P shots?
P, like peas and Peter. P shots, yeah. Peas and penis.
Oh my God.
Not to be confused with what Lenny said was
a... Does that affect the hard-on? Dave, does that affect the hard-on though?
He said no.
Yeah, just pop the Cialis and be done with it, please.
He says it. It said it. The girls noticed it. His wife noticed the difference.
Oh,
Yeah, if you took a shot of testosterone, if you took a shot of testosterone, she'll know the difference too.
Yeah, probably.
Dave, you should have told him you didn't believe him. You want to see it.
I don't want to see anything.
Tyler will film it.
Maybe we
Dave,
should pay.
When do you go under the knife tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm waiting. They're supposed to call me to tell me when to report. So Tyler and I will be leaving, 2.5 hours before whenever the surgery is, and then I'll get there. He'll drop me off, because he can't even come in. He'll go play in the. That's your old stomping grounds, John, the Hollywood area there.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood. Yep.
And then they'll call they'll call him when I'm done, and they'll pick.
You should have him drop into the apartment, to the building, and have him visit our two ex-wives.
Yeah, well, my ex-wife is not there anymore, but yours might be. Is she still there?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Dave, are you one of them fucking guys though that when one of your buddies drives, you sit back and you say, I'm going to take a little nap, and your fucking guy's got to drive 2 hours while you sleep?
Well, I'll probably drive there, but when he's driving back, I hope I sleep the whole way. It might be the best nap I get.
The thing is, though, this is what's going to really suck is they're going to tell you, all right, your surgery's 9 a.m. You got to be here at 6:45.
Right, of course.
And then, but be early, so that you're going to get there. It's 5:30.
Yeah.
All right. They're going to make you wait till 6:30 before they even say a fucking word to you.
Yeah.
And then they're going to put you in this room.
Right,
You got to
of
wait
course.
over here, and then this room here, and then you got to do the pre-thing, and
then there's a delay. They don't take
the
you
new
till
the new
11.
thing though, John, as we were talking off the air, they want you to
fucking
drink.
hours
They
before
want you to drink
the
16 ounces of Gatorade like an hour before the surgery, which is they never used to do that before. So
Yeah, John,
that's
did it
the
with
worst
me with my
part.
cancer.
Really?
Don't worry,
Yeah, but
Dave. Before you know it, it'll be all over.
Hey,
This will be
Dave.
behind you. That's it.
Holy
Don't worry
shit.
about this bullshit.
Dave,
Yeah.
I had my cancer surgery 1 year ago tomorrow.
Wow.
The
That's what I
17th.
mean. Right, Greg. So what I'm telling Dave is if he's gonna, this is all gonna be behind him. He's gonna be
No,
thinking
but he
about
didn't
this weeks
say-
ago.
No, but we're
Give me
doing
the
it on the
point.
same day, 1 year
Day.
later.
That's crazy.
Dave,
Huh?
Really?
Dave, 1
It's
year
gonna be.
later,
He's
March
gonna be in
17th.
and out of
You
here.
had yours on
He's
March
gonna be in and out.
17th too?
March 17th, I had the big cancer. I was in
That's
Mount Sinai Hospital.
that's bizarre, Greg.
freaking
That
crazy.
really is
You
bizarre.
and I, the same thing, and it did the same thing with me. I never heard of taking Gatorade before. I was like, are you sure? I don't want to barf that up
Yeah.
and then fucking drown.
Isn't that weird? The same we're basically having the same throat surgery, essentially. But yours
1
is a
year
little
later,
Yeah, that's bizarre. It can't be a coincidence, right? It's too
March 17th, I did
Yeah.
2020.
St. Patty's Day, yeah.
Yeah.
Luck of the Irish.
Get the
Thank
Fighting
God.
Irish in you, Dave.
Yeah.
It's gonna knock that thing right the fuck out.
There you go. So
Well, I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna head down to Cape Coral. I'm gonna be cruising around here, Dave. You might be hearing me beeping the horn and shit.
Hey, is Jimmy allowed to see you after the surgery?
well, I can't hang out in the same room as him just in case I get it, but we could talk from a distance, He could hang out in my
Maybe
driveway.
Jimmy
Yeah,
can help
I'm
him with
gonna-
the
I'll-
surgery.
You're like
Listen,
the boy in
can
the
I-
bubble.
Like
Can I fucking say something, Jesus Christ?
No.
He's-
I want to come down, and just, see you, when stay at this, say hello. I want to, I just want to see you before you
Yeah.
go to the.
Well, I want you to go purchase some real estate down here, so I know you're down here permanently. That's why I'm hooking you up with Gwen.
I understand, but the most important thing is I want to come down and I
Thank
want to
you.
see you. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
So
Thank you.
before you go, to the surgery, and I want to see the area too.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. All right.
We'll definitely want to. We definitely want to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand in the driveway, whatever. We can bullshit from 6-7 feet
Yeah,
away, whatever.
yeah.
And just,
That's fucking bullshit.
You can drive the tractor.
John, you remember the show
I
All
think
the
Jimmy
Family?
should assist in the surgery.
You remember
if you didn't
All the
have
Family,
surgery,
John?
it'd be different, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Guys,
I
you remember the
think you should
show
help
All
him
the
out,
Family? Archie Bunker.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when everyone would be yelling in the house, he'd be like, "Stifle! Would let me get a word in." That's what Jimmy sounded like.
Will you stifle yourself?
Greg, what I was going to say is, Dave, when he goes into surgery, they're going to probably ask him a thing of questions. They're going to,
Right.
they're going to say, have you been in out of state or have you
Right.
been around anybody with COVID? And then he can't lie, right?
Right.
He's going to say, yeah, I was Jimmy the Bull. Yeah, the COVID. So that's why.
That's why you're not coming. Yeah.
Well, that's why we'll stay in the driveway if this is the way. So I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not near you. So this way,
Well, maybe you should come like the day after the surgery, on Thursday, so you can say how I'm doing.
That's what I was suggesting. That's what I meant.
Well, let's see what happens when I go down here. If I find a nice area and I get a hotel, by the water or whatever, then maybe I'll hang down here for, a couple of days,
I'm telling
Hey.
you, go see some real estate, Jimmy.
Wait,
Yeah,
why doesn't
well,
he
that was
go?
the whole purpose of me coming here was, I was going to do the surprise thing in the studio, but whatever. And then, I wanted to see John and surprise him on the way down, which I think I did. And then I was going to look around and, and I wanted to look around and see the town and everything,
Dave, I got an idea. Why doesn't Jimmy hang out with Lenny, who's down there, for a while you're getting operated on? They got you.
Lenny's on the other coast.
Lenny, he's lives in Del Rey, Lenny. He's 3 hours away, and
No,
I'm
but
not
he's-
traveling 3 hours away to see
He's down where
somebody I
Dave
don't
is
know.
at.
Where's Del Rey and John in association with Fort Lauderdale?
Close.
Oh,
30 minutes, about 30 minutes,
oh.
40 minits.
Yeah, but Lenny's doing his spring break thing. There's all
That's right. He's in
bikini
South
girls.
Beach. Right?
He's in Miami. That's yeah. It's a little further.
Where's
He's
that?
doing the cookie cutter, the spring breaker down there.
Miami's like 40 miles south of Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm
I'd
not
hang
going
out
there.
with.
It's
If I
too
was down there,
crowded.
I'd hang out with him on the beach.
Jimmy, maybe you should go hang out with Big
I
I don't
Lenny.
want to. Listen, Greg. I don't want to be around crowds anymore like that, man.
No, I know.
You know, like
me
where
neither.
where John lived, it was beautiful, man. It was like, you could hear the tree. He's got a river in the backyard. Very very spiritual at John's house, And I'm sure by Dave's it's going to be similar because he's more out in a little bit
He's
of
in
a rural
Clearwater.
area probably. I'm thinking, so it's going to be like nice, spiritual. It's going to
You
be,
see more come, Jimmy. You see more.
Yeah, because I'm in Florida, bro.
Well, you can. We have an empty property next door. You
I
can
got
pick.
the sun.
You could go buy a tent if you want and stay in the property next door if you want.
I live in a fucking teepee, bro. I have no problem living in a fucking teepee. Make my little fires.
Go to Target and go buy a teepee and set it up on the property there. You got
I'll go
3 acres to
I'll
yourself.
take a bath in your koi pond. That's no problem. You know what I mean? I got
The koi
everything
pond's
there to
having
take care of
problems.
myself.
I got
You
news for you.
might
You don't want to be
have
swimming in
the
there. All right. Well,
It's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous here.
I'm
Gorgeous.
glad that
That's all I
you're
can say.
enjoying Florida. Hopefully you move
Enjoy
here.
it.
So.
You see,
Oh, this is
there was
beautiful.
no rant. No rant today.
I got to be honest with you. I'm
Took it
very
out of you,
peaceful,
Jimmy.
man. I've been
Florida
very
took it out of
peaceful.
you.
Ever since I drove, after I had the blowout at John's house.
He had
I
he had
calmed
no
down.
rant. No anger, nothing. He's a
Look like
completely
an
mellow
angel.
Jimmy the
When you
Bull
first
today.
came on, I thought you were like floating around. I could
Listen.
feel the spirit.
When I left John's, it took me a couple of states to get rid of the anger because after the blowout, I was enraged all the way through Georgia. All right, so by the time I got to Jacksonville, I kind of got it out of me, and then I was.
You know what, Jimmy? You're
I
lucky
was
you got the
enjoying
blow. You're lucky you got the blowout by John, so at least he knew where to send you. Imagine if you were in the middle of nowhere.
Listen, Dave, let me just tell you this real quick. So this is the scenario, okay? I was on 95. I decided to go visit John, right? So I went all the way, out of the way.
200 miles out of the way, John said. Yeah, we know.
145 miles out of the way to go see John. I thought it was around the corner. Anyway, I love the man, so I went there. I wanted to go see him. It was 2 a.m. He came out in his underwear to see me, and we had a good. We had a great conversation. We hugged, whatever. Then I left, and I got a blowout around the corner from his fucking house, right? So I was like, all of a sudden I saw the Marriott or
Hold on, I got to interrupt you. John, if you get COVID, okay, from the Jimmy the Bull hug, then we'll know that we made the right decision by not allowing Jimmy to come here. Although that was prior to the barbecue he went to, so.
Yeah, I didn't go to the. Yeah, he saw me before the barbecue.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get cold from me. He's got the antibodies.
Can I finish the story here with this fucking virus shit? So anyway, all of a sudden I go down the road and bam, there's I don't know what the hotel name was, John, I forgot, but
Comfort
it was
Inn.
right. Comfort Inn, beautiful place. I got the room, it was gorgeous. I parked the car in the front. I text the guy at the desk. I said, "Can I leave my flat tire fucking vehicle here with the jet ski so you can watch it all night because I don't trust it?" He says, "Don't worry, nobody bothers. Leave it in front of the thing." I left it there. I got up in the morning. I googled the place. Firestone was right around the corner. So I limped the Jeep over Firestone. I get there and the guy says, "Yeah, we don't have these tires, but we can get a tire like that. It's going to take 3 hours to get it." I said, 3 hours? Where's it coming from, Georgia? He goes, "No, we got a few distributors." I said, "All right, whatever." So then John happened to call. And he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm Firestone. I'm here for like 3 hours. I'll come get you." So then he came, he got me. And, we spent the afternoon.
So, John,
together.
basically you wouldn't have gotten breakfast with Jimmy if he didn't have the flat tire.
Yeah, so the point of the story is I tell John, every morning I get up, I pray because I have a lot of anxiety and a lot of evil follows me and a lot of bad shit happens to me, man. So I always pray, you know what I mean? So John was like, "Maybe you better stop praying." He goes, "Look what happened." And I said, "No, John." I said, "Let's look at it a different way. Because I pray, I didn't blow out on 95. I blew out in front of your house, and I had a beautiful stay overnight, and the tire store was right around the corner."
There you
I
go.
looked at it, and I got to spend more time with you while I was here.
There you
So
go.
it all worked out.
That's right.
And I learned that my wife knows how to cook.
Yeah, she made me a beautiful breakfast, and I had the Italian bread with the olive oil, which I'm going to do now the rest of my life. I'm going to make the toaster, Italian bread toaster with, and I'm going to pour a little fucking virgin olive oil on the toast. It was beautiful. Had a nice cup of coffee.
He never knew
What?
that. I showed him that.
What?
He
What?
never knew that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
I eat the bruschetta and all that shit. When I go to the
Oh,
restaurant.
you guys made a gourmet breakfast for Jimmy. Wow.
I made that bread too. I made the bread the day before.
Great.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah,
He
it was
didn't know
awesome.
that. See, he still
No,
calls.
no, I never had it, Greg. I knew of it, but I you know, when I go to the Italian restaurant, I sit down. The first thing I do is order the heated Italian bread with a little dish of olive oil, and I
Right,
put the
me
hot
too,
pepper,
right.
the salt, the regular black pepper.
Right.
You know, I mix it up, and I dip my toasted Italian bread, and I eat like that with a glass of wine. It's fucking beautiful, right? Then I wait for my meal. I do that at every restaurant. So when I went to John's that morning, and she made the toast, and John said, we're going to put the olive oil on the bread, I was like, wow, okay.
Uh-oh. It must have been the Earl.
Uh-oh.
The Earl must have clogged up his connection.
The curse followed him.
Yep.
It always sounds better when Jimmy eats the Earl, the olive Earl, better than the oil.
My grandmother talked like that. Even my mother. Turlet, burl, and eggs.
My wife loved him. She wants to take him around and introduce him to everybody. Say, Jimmy, say something.
He's mellow though. You got to get him going. It's the whole.
I know.
He's too. You know what? He's on vacation now, John, so he has no stress. So you know.
He's so mellow now. You should have seen him when he got here.
I told him you'll be like this all the time if you live here. That's what he doesn't understand.
Remember the movie, The Raging Bull? You know that was him. He was seething.
Dude, you're going to come home tomorrow from your fucking operation, and you're going to see him sitting on your lawn like a Zen Buddha. You know, with his hands like this, and he's going to go, Dave, I love it. Dave.
I'm just afraid I'm going to walk out of the hospital and Tyler's going to be in the car, and we're going to see Big Lenny licking some girl's underarm like in the parking lot or something like that. That's what I'm afraid of.
Dude, I would love to be down there. I don't like crowds, but I do love girls in bikinis. Maybe not the same.
Actually, Greg, you and Big Lenny on the beach together might be a very funny duo, actually. Because you'd get Lenny to do a lot more crazy shit than probably he does on his own.
He could get me to do crazy shit.
That's true. That's
I
very
wrote the
true.
book on crazy.
What we do is we go down to South Beach like on spring break. We'll have to plan this for next year. We'll take Greg and Big Lenny and a drone, all right? And we just let them walk.
Tyler's a drone he's a drone pilot. He can do it.
And it'll film the whole thing from up.
Do you know what's a good thing? I don't like big chicks. You know what I'm saying? And I like him skinny. So you could hang out with a guy.
Well, yeah, this guy's you're not competing with each other. Then,
right.
Yeah.
Like what he wouldn't want, I would love. You know what I mean? And like that shit that he saw in the bikinis there, I wouldn't go near that. I tell you, no way. But that's what makes it a beautiful thing. When you hang out with a guy, you know what I mean? That like.
Well, you guys you're like a wingman for each other. You're not going to be stealing each other's chicks, you know.
I see a skinny ass walk by, and that shit turns me on.
All right, I got to wrap this up, guys. I got a bunch of more recording to do today. I love you all. Thank you so much for thinking of me, and I know you guys have gotten me in your prayers.
God bless you, Dave. Good luck.
Dave,
thank you.
Dave.
17th, same as me.
Yeah, I know. I can't go wrong then, Greg. I'm in good company.
All right, RX fans, let's say a prayer for Dave. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, amen. Holy Father,
amen.
thank you for healing Dave and keeping him alive, because you got a big purpose on this world to save the rest of humanity and make them healthy and fit. And he's got a beautiful family to show how to stay together as a husband and wife and take care of a family. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen.
Amen.
Let me tell you.
Love you guys.
Dave, you'll be celebrating your year anniversary.
There you go.
That, and I'll be celebrating my 2nd year anniversary.
That's right. You're still always a year older than me. That's true.
And then I'll get married down there.
Yeah, you both will be celebrating your anniversaries while they're wheeling me in. That's what's going to happen.
George is Irish, so he could have, to St. Patty's Day. Then me and Dave have the same operation day. Now, John, we don't wish anything bad on you, but I hope something good happens tomorrow for you.
Me too.